Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This week I'll be flipping a director's chair for a client of mine. Last week I flipped a Thai chest of drawers, and this week I'll be flipping this chair for her. Come with me to see what I can do with it. Before disassembling it, I'll be labeling the right side with some painter's tape. That way I can always know which piece goes on which side. This chair stood on my client's balcony for years. She always wanted to restore it because of sentimental value. I'll start removing the bolts and nuts, which look quite rusty. And as you can see, they are warped too. As usual, Milo is always present, always too cute to ignore, and always too smart. Okay, give me 5. The lower bolts and nuts were super rusty. They took a little more elbow grease to be removed. As you can see, everything is very rusty, so I'll soak them in vinegar for a few days. I think I left them for 4 days. Vinegar is a really good option to treat rusty metal. It is actually natural. You can, of course, buy chemicals, which might be stronger, but as a DIYer with no workshop, I prefer more apartment-friendly options. My balcony is tiny, but it is really practical, and as you may have seen in my videos, I can do many things in here. I started with 120 grit sandpaper to get rid of the previous finish, that was the lacquer. Lacquer is a beautiful and durable product for indoor furniture, but this chair will stay outdoors, so lacquer will not be an option. The wood is most probably poplar, and as you can see, it's got sun and water marks. Anyway, as it is solid wood, I can sand all I want.
$2,000 later.
Now look at this. It looks like a gross soup. It's incredible how effective vinegar is. You can scrape away the rust with some mineral wool or, like me in this case, with a steel brush. After cleaning everything, you can wash them with some dish soap and let them to dry. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It is free and you will help me a lot. If you want to be an active supporter, you can do it via Buy Me a Coffee or through my Amazon wishlist, or through the Super Thanks button. You can't imagine how encouraging it is to feel your support. After some detailed sanding, it was time to stain the chair. My client loved the previous stain, so she asked me to keep on with the same hue. So I'll be applying American Walnut with an old foam brush. You can apply a stain with foam brushes, regular brushes, sponges, rags, etc. You just have to find which element makes you feel more comfortable. After applying the stain, it is important to wipe off the excess. I prefer doing it with paper towel because it is so fast. Some stains are water-based, and they don't need wiping afterwards. My experience with them has been very positive. However, I love the velvety sensation of these very thin oil-based stains. Look at how they make the grain look. It feels fancy. Well, that's my humble opinion.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
After drying, the balls still look rusty, so I will seal them in this black satin spray that has rust blocking properties. I will apply at least 4 coats to avoid new rust from appearing. This spray will neutralize the rust and avoid the metals to be in contact with the air. And when I reassemble the chair, I will seal this sealant with poly. Now it was time to seal the piece. This chair will sit outdoors in my client's big balcony. She will not use it much because she doesn't like to entertain, but she told me she will enjoy seeing it there. So I chose to use this water-based polyurethane in satin finish. And this is the outdoors formula. Outdoor or exterior poly tends to form a lot of bubbles, so you need to be checking your work all the time. I love using foam brushes for poly because they leave almost no brush strokes, but with this poly, you need to be super careful. When you finish applying it, take some time to just look everywhere. It is always better to take some time and get rid of bubbles when the poly is wet than sanding afterwards. This is the second coat. I ended up applying 3 full coats to the chair. And here you can see, even after applying the water-based top coat, that velvety texture of the oil-based stain looks absolutely stunning. It was finally time to reassemble the chair. And I felt somebody touching my back. My Milo, of course. Some of you have commented that I have to take him to the groomer. I take him once a month. Actually, I took him after this video. Here he is. He looks like a prince. All the details of his life and my life and future projects are available to my members. You can consider becoming a member of this channel for these juicy perks. My client told me that the previous fabric was dark green and that now she wanted plain beige. So I went and bought this sailcloth or canvas in beige. I don't have a sewing machine, so I will prepare everything and I'll take it to a sewing shop round the corner. I will use these pins to have an outline of the sizes and shapes. I would have never thought of beige. I don't like neutral colors, but this fabric looks really nice against the wood. The following day, with everything sewn, it was time to dress this girl up. I will use staples. Why? Because my client told me she wanted staples. According to her, no sewing would stand the weight of her husband. If you have a chair like this, I would recommend sewing the fabric underneath. You must do it by hand. I would have done it, but you know, the client is always right, and this is definitely going to be strong. Do you remember that yellow plain chair? Here it is now. I love the way the wood looks, and now it is weatherproof. The color of the fabric against the grain is quite tasteful. I like it. My client said she fell in love with it. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.